Hello everybody, it is Badger Wild and we are back with another Space Engineers ship review video. This time we are reviewing a ship made by a subscriber that was suggested to me because we both ended up being Battlestar Galactica fans. If you guys want to see this ship, it is in the description. I have a link to it down there. You guys can get on and check it out. So, before we start, let's take a look at this baby. And this is the Assault Raptor from Battlestar Galactica. Author is E. Evans 0327. Be sure to hit that guy up. He's a regular inside of the live streams and was talking about this thing. Says this is his attempt at an homage to the Assault Raptor, probably the big boy. This is like the Death Huey from Vietnam, basically, for Battlestar Galactica. Great ship. Has a laser antenna to two forward standard antennas, a beacon, two broadcast controllers, and two action relays. In attempt to be all things signals update. No signal hotbars are set up as of yet, so you could set up the signals on this thing and they could do all sorts of different stuff if you wanted. Has a projector for repairs and two other projectors for the subgrid rocket pods. Very cool, going to give that a like. It also requires Warfare 2 DLC, Sparks of the Future DLC, Automations DLC, and Decorative Blocks 3. So really cool, really cool, really cool. When you hop in here, this is what you are getting. Now, this is what I like to call a bigature ship. And what it means by a bigature ship is usually you build a nice ship. Because here's the problem with Space Engineers. You have a space issue, whether you like it or not. Yeah, Space Engineers. The space in Space Engineers is not about you being in space. The space is how big a vessel you can build. And sometimes some servers will lower your PCU units, so you can have something fairly nice and decent that can do a lot of damage, like this thing here, that's fairly easy to weld up very quickly and turn loose onto people inside a server or something like that. Great little ship to do this with is this one right here, and it's got a lot of really cool features, let me tell you. But looking around it, this is the Raptor, Assault Raptor from Battlestar Galactica. It's got the two engines in the back. We've got lots of the new flare launchers, which I have yet to do anything with. Mostly ion propelled, so I don't think this is going into atmosphere. We've got two autocannon turrets on either side underslung. I've been wanting to do this with these for a while. Two railguns and two forward fixed autocannons on the bottom, as well as top mounted rocket pods to allow this Raptor to just really do some damage. And looking at it, we've got a nice little laser antenna on top to communicate with base. And we've got about 3-4 antennas and a remote control block so that this thing can work with a camera. So when we turn this baby on, it can actually be remote controlled and brought to your location if you're under heavy fire. Great little idea, great little idea. Stepping inside of this thing, we've got a couple of things going on. Our first one, if it will load up. Number one is our connector. Number two is our camera. Number three is our ion thruster. And we've got secondary ion thrusters. Those are probably the main ones on number 4. 5 is the top-mounted camera. 6 is our railguns. 7 is the fixed autocannons. 8 is the rocket launchers. 9 is the flare launchers. And 1 on page 2 is our projectors. 2 is our hinges. 3 is our landing gear. 4 and 5 pertain to a series of spotlights, or a spotlight on here. 6 is the laser antenna. 7 is our oxygen tank. 8 turns off the entire system. 9 turns off just the nuclear reactor. And that seems to be about it. So, firing off the weaponry here. That is one of the first things. That's one of the first things we got to do is we got to test out just how fast this thing is. And it's got a pretty decent speed for a ship this size. The Raptor is not meant to be a fighter. It's not meant to just jump in there, pull off crazy ass maneuvers and pull off some stuff. This is a utilitarian backbone of the fleet kind of small craft. It can supposed to be able to transport things, do all types of myriads of missions. Basically the mini version of a frigate. And you can see there, it's got a pretty good top speed, and we have a pretty decent slowdown rate. Let's see what happens when I tilt up. about the same in all directions. We probably could pull a flip and burn. Almost hit an asteroid back there. Where was that thing at? It was like right next to the camera. It was like right next to the cockpit when I flew right past it. Looking down there, let's go ahead and pop off a few rounds here. Let's go to number 6 right off the bat. Haul off and hit. Railgun fires through, goes right through stuff. Let's go ahead and hit number 7. I do like the timing of those two. Is there a timer block in this thing that allows it to happen? There's a heat vent. No, no timer block. Huh. Well, the autocannons are firing just about perfectly. You're going to keep a steady stream with those, with that offset fire. Normally, I have to do that with either timer blocks or I have to do it with, what is the word? Weapon core. I have to pull out weapon core and start modifying everything. So this is a pretty cool little action here that this thing is firing almost one right after the other. There's a slight delay between the second and the first, but when the first goes to the second, it's got a pretty good speed to it. That's pretty cool, by the way. That's pretty cool. Number 8 is the rocket launchers, which fires all of them in a cluster, so we can fly this thing in and smack something real good with it and blow it up as soon as it hits the target. And we can take out a whole bunch of other craft, or like various things. Like if you want to knock out various systems that are exposed on the surface of a ship, that's what the rockets are really good for. Speaking of which, let's go back here. And speaking of rockets, let's show off the noob flares, I think is what it is. And I say the noob flares because the way this is designed right here is like the AC-130's Angel flare system, if you've ever seen that. It fires flares and all out the back and out the sides. And because the flares look like an angel's wings, they call it the Angel flares, the noob defense of the... It's an old 90s reference. We always called it the noobish defense because you would fire at it in Call of Duty and it would just pop flares and jink your target, jink you every time. You'd be like, ah, come on, you noob. Just let me hit you with a stinger. But this is pretty cool. You can fire these things off. I wonder what that looks like. Flying through the air. As we're... There you go. That looks cool. The faster we go, the cooler it looks. That's a nifty little fireworks display right there. But yeah, like I said, just a pretty cool little ship that you can hop into. Now, like I said, it's not as big as a regular Raptor, but we all know how Space Engineers is, especially for console players out there. I know how y'all are. You need really good ships, and a lot of times you got to build smaller stuff to get the grandiose ideas that you want, and this is a perfect example of good engineering. It's a miniaturized version of the Raptor, and yeah, just something y'all can probably throw in. No scripts, no mods, nothing. This is completely vanilla, which be sure to give Eric Evans a thumbs up in the comments, and be sure to also check him out because I have the link to this thing in the description. You guys can check it out, go find it, give him a thumbs up. Did I give him a thumbs up on that? That's something I need to know right now. Did we give Eric Evans a thumbs up? Yes, we did. Because it is such a cool little ship. Come in here and get the money shot for that. But yeah, this is the Battlestar Galactica Assault Raptor. Be sure to go check it out. Y'all go out and grab one and surprise your enemies out in the verse, especially those drone types with this little number. We'll have to find a Raptor. We'll have to find a Viper at some point. Evans, if you got a Raptor, we need to know about it. We need to know if you got like a mini Raptor we can pop into a ship and fly off with. Anyway, folks, I am Badger Wild saying stay safe, stay frosty. Hope you guys enjoyed this video and enjoyed the content off of it and enjoyed this wonderful little Raptor we've been playing with. And as always, stay safe, stay frosty. I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye for now.